Welcome to this morning's Hatsubon and Obon service. As we remember our loved ones and friends who have passed before us, it's nice to see so many people here, in person as well as on Zoom today. And we are pleased to welcome our friend Yuki Sugahara of the Oregon Buddhist Temple this morning. I am David Nishina, and I will be the chairperson for this morning's service. We will start this morning with the tolling of the Kansho, followed by Sambujo and Hyobyaku-mon, followed by the chanting of Butsu Ge. During this year's service, we will remember those who passed away since July 2021, at which time we will ask family members to offer incense and light a candle for their loved one. Those at home may follow the Obon Hatsubon program that was provided with the email containing the Zoom link. We will now meet everyone and begin.
We respectfully call upon the Tathagata Amida to enter this dojo as we joyfully scatter flowers of welcome. We respectfully call upon the Tathagata Shakyamuni to enter this dojo as we joyfully scatter flowers of welcome. We respectfully call upon the Tathagatas of the 10 directions to enter this dojo as we joyfully scatter flowers of welcome. Today, on this occasion of the 2022 Obon Hatsubon service, the members of the Venice Honganji Buddhist Temple have reverently come before Amida Buddha to reflect inwardly on this life and show our deep appreciation for the newest Buddhas this past year. With deepest reverence and gratitude for the all-embracing wisdom and compassion of Amida, we recite the name Namo Amida Butsu. Please put your hands together and repeat after me. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Samondo, 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 Samondo.
Please stand as we sing Mihotoke Idakarete. We will now remember those who passed away since July 2021. As the name of your loved one is called, please come and offer incense and light a candle in their honor. Masatoshi Fukushima. Edward Cobb. Miyashiro. Sharon Masako Kumagai. Betty Matsumoto. Dorothy Aiko Sanyo. Michiko Yamashita. Bobby Shinichi Nakamura. Kimiko Shida. Kikuko Ieda. Thank you. We will now have offering of incense by our organizational representatives. Kansho at 79. Girls Scout Troop 5325. Sangha Teens. Reverend Kory will now lead us in the reading of the three treasures. Please stand.
인진 유비가다시 이마스르니 그그 우포기비가다시 이마스르니 기그 오노미 본조니 무카테 도세즘바 사르니 이즈레노 조니 무카테 가코노 묘도센 라이슈 모로 도모니 시신니 삼보니 비에시 다테마츠르 베시 미즈르 가라 부츠니 비에시 다테마츠르 아사니 해와쿠와 쇼도 도모니 다이도 다이데시테 무조니 오산 이즈하라 호니 비에시 다테마츠르 아사니 해와쿠와 쇼도 도모니 우가쿠 교조니 이리테치에 구미노 도쿠나만 미즈하라 소니 비에시 다테마츠르 아사니 해와쿠와 쇼도 도모니 다이슈 오토리시테 이사이루게나란 우조진진이 연어보와 야쿠센 환고 니모 아요코도 그다시 와라이마 켄몬시 주지스루 고도에 다리 해와쿠와 뇨다이노 신지츠기 오게시 다테마츠란 The three treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life? Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One? Now we hear. If we do not deliver ourselves in the present life, no hope is there that we shall be freed from suffering and sorrow in the ocean of birth and death. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I put my faith in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of thy way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves thy supreme will. I put my faith in Dharma. May we all together see universe, of the doctrine, and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I put my faith in Sangha. May we all together become unison to the Lord and thy life of harmony in a spirit of universal family, free from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriads of cultures, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Gatha's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Please be seated. Reverend Kory will now introduce our very special guest speaker.
Morning, everyone. Thank you for coming today for this Obon Hatsubon 2022 service. It's, I think, about a year now since we've been in person. You wouldn't have known it if you were calling on Zoom because we might have had a few people. But today is a really momentous occasion. This is our first guest speaker in 3 years that's been here in person. So I was telling Sense, I messed up 2 times. I'm so excited that we have such a wonderful sensei here today with us, and his family over here, Miss Namiko and Miss Aoi and Hikaru. They came all the way from Oregon. That supports each and every one of us ministers. But again, as I said, we have a wonderful, wonderful guest here today. Reverend Yuki Sugahara. He became a resident minister of Oregon Buddhist Temple, June 1st, 2017. He is originally from Shimane Prefecture, located just north of Hiroshima. He comes from a temple family on both his father's Korinji and mother's Bokurakuji side. Because he was born a son of a temple family, he was able to receive his Tokudo ordination in 1996. He was only a freshman in high school at the time. Yeah. During Reverend Yuki's junior year in high school, he came to the United States and lived in Rochester, New York for a year as a Rotary Club exchange student to pursue his dream of becoming a translator for the United Nations. Reverend Yuki studied political science at Butsu Ge University in Kyoto. During that time, his mother suddenly passed away, and it was shortly after that Reverend Yuki decided to get his Kyoshi certification, which he received in 2002. In 2009, Reverend Yuki came to the United States to attend the International Ministerial Orientation Program, or some of us, you might hear us talk about IMA, at the Jodo Shinshu Center in Berkeley, California. Then, in July 2011, he was assigned to the Buddhist Church of Florence. Reverend Yuki also obtained a BA in Human Studies with a major in Buddhist Studies from Musashino University and MA in Buddhist Studies from Musashino Grad School. One of Reverend Yuki's hobbies is playing the bass guitar. You might have seen it on Facebook or on YouTube. Also, after graduating from the university, he played in a rock band called Jelly Belly. He also teaches Ying Jiao Pai, or Eagle Claw School, Kung Fu to children ages 7 to 12 on Tuesdays. I wanted to add one more thing. If you haven't had a chance to see him on YouTube, since he started doing morning services back in around this time 2 years ago, right? March 31st. So I caught you late then. But if you have a chance, he was doing morning services, and they're so wonderful. He goes over so many different topics, from the wasans to other things, but they're really great. So please, if you have a chance, find him on YouTube and check out his morning services as well as his own temple services as well. So again, we're so fortunate to have Sugahara Sensei here, and so please give your great attention and listen to how he shares Amita's efforts. So thank you very much, and thank you Sensei and Sugahara family for coming today and joining us for our Obon Hatsubon service.
Yeah, thank you, Kory Sensei, for kind introduction. Yeah, it's really nice to be here today with my family from Portland, Oregon. But at first, I'd like to share one poem written by our founder, Shinran Shomi. So please join me in Gassho, please put your palms together. The liberating wheel of light without bound. Each person it touches, it is taught, is free from attachments to being and non-being. So take refuge in Amida, the enlightenment of non-discrimination. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. So good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for having me here to speak for Venice Honganji's Hatsubon and Obon service. And this is my first time to visit this beautiful Venice Honganji Buddhist Temple, and I heard a little bit of history from Matsubaya Sensei before the service, so yeah, it's really wonderful to be here today. And you know, in April, I went to the Buddhist Temple for their Hana Matsuri as a guest speaker for the first time in 2 years. Then, at that time, I just went to Arizona by myself. But, you know, yesterday, the day before yesterday was my birthday. You know, thank you. Yesterday was my daughter always birthday. And today is wedding anniversary. Yeah, so I wanted to travel with my family, and I drove down from Portland, Oregon. And you know, coming one day though, you know, it's too long. So you know, I might be able to drive like 16 or 17 hours straight, but you know, we stopped by Sacramento one day. Then I drove down to LA next day. Yesterday we had an opportunity to go world's happiest place, so it was really nice to visit there. You know, I think it was first time since they opened the Marvel section in the California Adventure, so it was really nice. But anyway, you know, Kory sensei said 20 minutes, but you know, I don't know if I can finish in 20 minutes. But my plan is, after sharing the Dharma talk, I brought my ukulele today. So hopefully I can play some. Well, just one, but
As long as you want to. we'll sit for your concert.
Yeah. So today is Obon service. And Obon is often called Urabon-e, or gathering of Urabon. The word Obon is abbreviated name for Urabon. And did you know that the Japanese people love to abbreviate the names? Did you know that? Like terebi. You know what that means? Television, right? How about remote? No? Oh yes, remote control. How about Rappi? No idea? Brad Pitt, a movie star, right? even the movie star, we read the name and call it Rappi. So we abbreviated the name Urabon to Bon. But it came from the name of the Sutra, so we had put honorifics O in front, and we call it Obon. And the word Urabon came from the Chinese characters, and Japanese and Chinese share, most of the Chinese characters, but the pronunciation is different. And I cannot speak Chinese, but they read the Urabon as Uramben. And Uramben is a transliteration of the Sanskrit word Ulambana. And Ulambana means hanging upside down. Okay. So it is said that Shakyamuni Buddha's disciple Madhukaliayana, I'm sure you have heard of this story many times, saw a vision of his mother suffering in the realm of hungry ghosts while he was meditating. And it is said that the mother was suffering and upside down. And hungry ghosts are called hungry ghosts because they are always hungry. So, Lord Kalyayana sent food using his supernatural power to his mother in order to save her from hunger. But when his mother tried to eat them, the food became ashes. And Lord Kalyayana asked Shakyamuni Buddha what to do. And Shakyamuni Buddha recommended Lord Kalyayana to make food offerings to the monks on the day of July 15th, which is the day of the end of the summer retreat of the Sangha of Shakyamuni. And it was considered as the day of reflecting the action during the retreat. So, Madhukayana did as what Shakyamuni Buddha taught him to do. And then his mother was saved from the realm of hungry ghosts. So this is what Ulambana Sutra is about. And sometimes it is said that Madhukayana's mother danced with joy. And it became the origin of Obon dance. But there are various opinions regarding the origin of Obon dance. So this is just one of the opinions. But because the Obon dance is a dance of joy, this gathering of Obon is also called Kangie, meaning gathering of joy. And it is often said that it is Madhukayana's mother who was hanged upside down. So often Obon is considered as a service which is conducted for the repose of the deceased who is suffering upside down. And many places in Japan believe that the deceased come back to this world around this season of the year, Obon season. We worship them and welcome them with food offerings. Then they go back to where they belong to at the end of Obon. And there is a tradition called Mukairi, meaning the fire of welcoming, and Okuriri, the bonfire of sending love. So some say if we don't worship them enough, they are angry and do bad things to us. But however, in our tradition, Jodo Shinshu, we don't see the deceased that way. We are told our loved ones who have passed away became Buddha. And Buddha is the word often mistakenly accepted. But it means the one who have awakened, right? And thinking about the life of Shakyamuni Buddha, we could think that Buddha as the one who guides us, others to the awakened, who guide others to the awakened. So our loved ones who have passed away before us became working to guide us to the truth of life. So it is not us who wish them to be born into good places and sending the merits of good deeds by worshiping them. But we are the ones who are wished by our loved ones who have passed away and became Buddha. And actually, it is not our loved ones who have passed away before us who are seeing the world upside down. But it is we who are seeing the world upside down and believing that we are seeing the world correctly. So this means that we are relying on our own self-centered wisdom. We often rely on our own wisdom and think that I am right? And who we care about is me. And this kind of mind is like seeing the world upside down. And here is a story of a man. He wanted to know how long it will take from LAX to Narita Airport. So he called the airline company, right? So he said, ring, hello, this is ANA, how may I help you? Oh, hi, I want to know how long it will take from LAX to Narita. Oh, okay, just a minute. Wow, is that short? Thank you. And he hung up. Did you get it? This is a joke. I'm sure that's not true. I'm here. But, we misunderstand many things in our lives by relying on our self-centered mind or self-centered wisdom. And here's another story. Long time ago in India, a man was walking back home in the middle of the night. Right outside of his house, he saw a giant snake. So he ran to his house. He was afraid of snake, and actually, he hated it. So he worried, what if the snake come into my house while I'm sleeping? So that night, he could not go to sleep. Next morning, he made his mind up and went outside to see where the giant snake was. Then he just found out that was, nothing but a rope. So, his fear of snake made him see the rope as snake. And the rope is actually made of hemp. And there is no such an entity which has self-nature as rope. Right? So just like this, we mislabel people and things based on our self-centered mind, and often it is just a prejudice. So our wisdom is often called false, imaginary wisdom, based on our self-centered mind. But Shakyamuni Buddha is teaching us to rely on the wisdom of Buddha. And Buddha's wisdom is the non-discriminated wisdom. So accepting and welcoming the working of non-discriminated wisdom is the heart of Namo, taking refuge. So on this occasion of Obon, Quon hanging downward, we should listen to the calling of the Buddha. So I believe Quon Sutra is also the sutra which talks about this part of relying on the wisdom of Buddha. Madhukadhyaya tried to solve the problem through his self-power, but he could not do it. So he went for the guidance to the Buddha. And through relying on the wisdom of Buddha, he was able to solve the issue. So in the Wasan poem I shared at the beginning, it said, free from attachments to being and non-being. Nishina Shonin explained, free from attachments to being and non-being is to depart from wrong view, to depart from wrong view. And wrong view means attachments to oneself, always thinking and caring about oneself, and attaching to one's own ideas and understanding, and separating I and the others, life and death, happiness and unhappiness, good and bad, like and dislike, that kind of mind. So, when I talk about the pure story in the larger sutra, many people ask me if the Pure Land really exists or not. If the Pure Land is really a beautiful place story in the larger sutra or not, and if the Pure Land is the actual place or not. So, here's my simple answer. Okay? I don't know. Okay? I don't know. Because I have never been to the Pure Land. Right? So, Shinran Shonin wrote on the Wasan poem based on Indian monk Bodhisattva Vasubandhu's writing, and he said, the adornments of the Pure Land of peace and are perceived only through the wisdom shared by Buddhas. That land is infinite, like space, vast and without bound. So the Pure Land is vast and boundless. Thus we cannot describe by the words. it is a matter of only the Buddhas. However, we love deciding black and white, right? And think that if it is existing or not, and place or not. But Shinran Shonin is saying that to state decidedly, it exists as place, but doesn't exist, and attaching to this kind of idea is the attachment to the wrong views. There must be some people thinking that, when I die, I just become ashes, and that's it. And I don't deny and criticize the person if the person is really thinking that way. But personally, I think that the Buddhism is not the teaching to judge others' understanding, right? So it is just a matter of how I accept, and I am just sharing how I accepted the teaching. I'm living this life because my mother gave me birth to, my mother gave me birth, and I decided to share the teaching of Buddhism, teaching of the parent with people, because I experienced the separation from my mother 21 years ago. The separation from my mother came so sudden. I just received a phone call from my father that she is missing. A few days later, I received a phone call from my uncle to tell me my mother passed away by the accident. She was only 48. So when I look at my children, Aoi and Hikaru, I often think that my mother probably wanted to hold them, play with them, buy a lot of presents, just as most of grandparents do, and enjoy watching them grow. But she never had a chance to see me even get married. And she never had a chance to be grandma. So every time I remember about my mom, I am made to realize the life's impermanence and how limited our lifetime with our loved ones. And I sometimes think that, what if she was still alive? Then I don't think I became BCA minister. I think I became Buddhist minister after all because I had to take over the temple. But she probably wanted me to stay in Japan. So I was probably working for Honganji or my home temple if she was alive. So that means I had no chance to meet you here today. But here I am, and the separation from my mother made today's Yuki Sugahara as Yuki Sugahara. So we all are living in the results of countless causes and conditions. Right? So life is truly interdependent. And according to Jodo Shinshu teachings, my mother became Buddha. And now she is always working as Buddha. She manifests various forms, often in my memories. And she's always reminding me the truth of impermanence and interdependence, and about the parent. And again, I don't know if the parent really exists or not from my limited wisdom, because I can only distinguish things by own self-centered wisdom, right? But when I hear that there is a place we are able to meet again, it takes my fear of separation away and give me peace of mind. So today, we gather here for Obon, Hatsubon service. And from the word Lambana and in downward, we should reconsider our way of thinking, our way of perceiving people and things. And from the word wrong view, we should rethink our self-centered way of thinking, for the families who experienced separation. From the teaching that our loved ones became Buddha and we have place to meet our loved ones once again, I hope everybody felt peace and relief. and peace of mind. So thank you very much again for inviting me to speak for your important Obon Hatsubon service. And let's close the Dharma talk first, and then I pray together. Featuring English of these two palms together. Amo Amida, Amo Amida, Amo Amida, Amo Amida. So a few years ago, I purchased the ukulele for fun because it's a same 4-string instrument, and I play bass guitar. And bass guitar is 4-string kind of instrument. And then, the reason I bought ukulele is I really like Jake Shimabukuro. Jake Shimabukuro came to Sacramento when I was in foreign. So I went to see him like twice or 3 times. And then he is such a really amazing musician. Right? But one music he created, composed for Shingan-shomi 750th for Hawaii program. It's called Unknown, meaning peace and tranquility. And next year it's going to be a big celebration of 800 Shingan establishment of Jodo Shinshu and 850th of Shingan-shomi's work. So I thought this is a good occasion to share, this unknown composed by Jake Shimabukuro. And I haven't been practicing since I was driving, so hopefully I can play well. Okay. Can you hear me? Or shall I get close to the microphone? Okay. Let me I mean, remember. I think this is the first time I forgot, entire where I'm playing, but I'm sorry. But I don't do it.
Thank you, Reverend Sugahara, for your Dharma message. I also enjoyed your ukulele. Temple President Terry Iseda will now offer words of appreciation.
Sorry, I'm going to unmask it. Good morning, everybody, and thank you to everyone for joining us this morning. So nice to see so many people here in the Hondo today. We haven't had this in a long time, and thank you to all of those of you on Zoom for joining us as well. It's like Reverend Kory said at the beginning, it's been 3 years since we've been able to do this. And we've been waiting a very long time to be able to get to do this all together in person. So thank you again. Thank you to the 15 Hatsubon families for allowing us to share with you today and remembering your loved ones who passed away in this past year. So thanks to those who were able to attend in person, also to those of you who joined via Zoom. It's a somber occasion. As Reverend Sugahara was talking, I was thinking the Kangi part, the gathering of joy. And I think most of you know this already. This is a very exciting week for us, and this is sort of the kickoff, if you will. So next weekend, we've all been waiting with excitement that we will have our Obon festival on Saturday and Sunday in person. That's the first time we've been able to do that since 2019. So think about how long that's been, and something that we've all been working hard towards and looking forward to. So we can all be thankful that we got to this point, we're able to do this once again in person. So Reverend Sugahara and his family, thank you so much for coming all the way from Portland and joining us. I thought I missed you yesterday because you said you went to the happiest place on earth, and so I thought, oh, they came here. And I realized you went to Disneyland, so that's okay. But thank you so much for coming. And it was really nice to have such a full Onaijin too, so thank you to Reverend George Matsubayashi. It's always nice to have you back. And see Heidi? Richard's on there? Oh, he's on this side, okay. Thank you, Richard, for joining us too. And of course, Reverend Kory, as always. So. We haven't had this many ministers here in a long time, so it's nice to see that we're starting to get back together. And then thank you to our chairperson today, David Nishina, and our organist, Julia Ueda, and our AV crew, Kerry Tokirio and Ranji, who's downstairs. And special thank you. I don't think I've gotten to say this since we've been doing this. So to Barbara Fukuji for arranging today's otoki. So we will have otoki after the service downstairs. And so this is the first time I think we've had that in quite some time as well. So thank you to all of you for joining today. And so those who are here, please stay and enjoy bento with us. And for those on Zoom, sorry you kind of lose out on that. You have to get your lunch for today. Thank you, everybody.
Are there any announcements? Please come to the podium or unmute yourself on Zoom and make your announcement.
Okay, I just wanted to give an early reminder. The BWA Fujinkai is having a Panda Express fundraiser on August 19th. That Friday, if you order online using the code for our fundraiser, the BWA will receive 28% of the purchase price. You can go to any Panda Express. So if you know any friends or family, please share the information. We have the flyer available on our temple website, so you can get the code for the online order. But you do have to order it online, but you can do it at any Panda Express. So thank you, and we appreciate your support.
I'll talk a little bit more about Obon now. So Monday, today's Sunday, yeah, Monday at 7 p.m. is our final Bon Odori practice. So if you'd like to kind of get the rust off and learn the dances, please join us tomorrow here at the temple for practice. We've been having very large turnout, so we'll probably have more tomorrow as well. Don't worry if you haven't, well, none of us have really done a whole lot of Bon Odori since 2019, so our instructors, Judy Hopfield and Julie Ueda, have picked some old-time favorites mostly, so they're pretty simple and anyone can jump in, so please feel free and join us. And as I always say, if you come to practice, you get a popsicle too, so something to look forward to. We do have our festival, like I said, next weekend, 16th and 17th, from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Bon Odori both nights at 7 p.m. If you are in the area and you'd like to help us, we have food and games and a number of booths that we're still looking for volunteers. So you'll see the sign-up sheets downstairs, so you can come see me if you have any questions about that. We also have our silent auction that has been running and will end Sunday at the end of the festival. So you can go to www.32auctions.com/2022VHBT01. And we have over 100 items for auction, including some Dodger box seats. So they're very good seats too, I'm told. We have some booze and alcohol things that are very popular. We have a lot of Sanrio and Hello Kitty things. So if you have Hello Kitty fans in your family, tell them about the auction. Let me go back to the festival one thing. So the only thing that's a little different this year is our main food offering is called Mame-chan's Obon Dinner. So that includes chicken teriyaki, wonton, sandagi, tsukimono, and rice. I've been saying it all day, all week, I should know this. We did pre-orders, but there will be some available for walk-up sale as well. So that will be one item. So we won't have separate wonton or chicken at the festival. But we also will have things like sushi, chicken salad, shaved ice, hot dogs, so there'll be plenty to eat. Oh, and buttery popcorn. So hopefully we'll see you next weekend as well. Finally, for those of you who would like to see this or share the service with your loved ones or family members, it will be on our YouTube channel. So we'll send the link out, or you can just look on YouTube. I guess you can look on YouTube probably tomorrow sometime, and the recording will be there along with all the other temple service recordings and activities. And by the way, we finally hit the milestone we needed, so the temple now has its own YouTube channel where we ought to name it what we wanted to. And I think Ron's not here, Svenis Honganji. Anyway, Ron will send out the email to tell you what that is. So thank you for helping us hit that mark too.
Hi, I just want to add one more thing. If any of you are interested in getting dressed in yukata or kimono for our Obon dancing, we will have ladies available to help you get dressed, starting at 5 p.m. on both of our festival days, which are the 16th and the 17th. Thank you.
We will conclude this morning with the Gatha Obon no Uta and the reading of the benediction. Please stand. We surround all people and all forms of life with infinite love and compassion. Particularly do we send forth loving thoughts to those in suffering and sorrow, to all those in doubt and ignorance, and to those whose feet are standing close to the great chains we call death. We send forth oceans of wisdom, mercy, and love. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Please be seated. That concludes our Hatsubon and Obon service. Thank you for joining us today. Now we're going to have the classic Bonbu drawing.
Is the drum in the back? Or it's not close? Oh, we got the tray and everything. So talk about gathering of joy. This is our monthly drawing that we have. So Project Bonbu is our, let's start with George to do the drawing for us. So we sold tickets at the beginning of the year, and each month we select one person to receive $500. So today is the Thursday. Oh, Reverend George is walking away. Sensei, will you take the ticket for us? Oh, can I ask? Okay. No peeking. Uh-oh. Put that one back in first.
It automatically picks for you.
So for those of you who don't know, this year the proceeds went to our building fund. So that helped put the new roof on the temple this year too. So. Is it the latch? Just the latch on the door. Yeah, just. Yeah. There. Okay. Okay, pick a good one. Thank you. Okay, our winner this month is, let me make sure I get that right. Oh yeah, Jackie Motobo. Jackie, are you online? I don't know if I saw her today. Well, congratulations, Jack. So her ticket goes back in the drums for next month too. So thank you very much. One time before, yeah.
Any percentage we get?
You have to talk to Jackie about that. Okay, thank you very much, and please, if you're here, stay and join us downstairs for lunch, but it's bento, so if you can't stay, please take bento with you, so. But we do have tables and chairs set up downstairs. We have some other goodies downstairs too.
Okay, good. Sorry. No problem. Okay. Kansho. We're truly grateful for this opportunity to share this wonderful meal. Thanks to all the many people and living beings that surround us who made this occasion possible. With deep gratitude, Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Itadakemasu.